Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my videos. Ralph Rangnick and Cristiano Ronaldo demand more from Manchester United. Now it's said not so long ago that Ralph Rangnick is already losing the dressing room. He mentioned that 17 Manchester United players are unhappy with Ralph Rangnick and want to leave. Rangnick's already under pressure at Manchester United. But despite that, Rangnick was recently told that transfer funds are available this month. So reflecting on that, Rangnick will be backed by the Glazers. Rangnick has been Manchester United's interim manager for over a month now. Manchester United lost the last game to Wolves 1-0 at Old Trafford. That was Ralph Rangnick's first defeat as Manchester United manager, and it was the first time Wolves won at Old Trafford since 1980. Rangnick isn't to blame for the poor performances. The players have to take responsibility. The players are the biggest problem at Manchester United at this moment in time. Since Rangnick come in, he has made some changes. Obviously earlier on this season he brought Juan in as an assistant coach and analyst. He also brought Chris in as an assistant coach, and he brought Saz Chalens in as a sports psychologist. Before Manchester United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. So he is Man United's interim manager till the end of this season. Then it did initially say that he will take a consultancy role for a further 2 years, but now the consultancy role is in doubt. I'm very sceptical that Rangnick will get the Man United job on a permanent basis. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo held talks with his agent Jorge Mendes. Cristiano Ronaldo is ready to quit Manchester United if the club's next manager isn't to his liking. Revert back to the other week. Ronaldo's agent Jorge Mendes said that Ronaldo is very happy at Manchester United. But Ronaldo came out and said that I'm not happy at Manchester United. Manchester United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for £20 million with add-ons included. He wears the number 7 shirt, and Ronaldo's got a contract with Man United until 2023. There's an option of a further year. Ronaldo receives around £480,000 a week at Manchester United, so he's the highest earner at the moment. Since Ronaldo re-signed, he's scored 14 goals in all competitions, and he's got over 800 goals in his career. Manchester United are relying on Ronaldo far too much. He's saved Manchester United quite a few times this season, but disregard Ronaldo, Manchester United would be in a worse position than they're in now. In the summer, Manchester United will appoint a permanent manager. Now, you know the news on Mauricio Pochettino. It said not so long ago that Mauricio Pochettino's move to Manchester United is almost done. Pochettino wants Manchester United and Manchester United want Pochettino. Pochettino will leave PSG by June at the latest. Pochettino has a full season left on his PSG contract. I think he has won a French Cup with PSG. Revert back to earlier on this season, Pochettino said a few times that he's happy at PSG and he wouldn't let the Man United rumours distract him. And earlier on this season, it said Man United were ready to pay the 10 million compensation fee for Pochettino. Pochettino is a good manager, even though he's hardly won anything. He's proven in the Premier League as well, which is beneficial because before, Pochettino endured 5.5 years at Tottenham. And analysing the vast majority of his tenure at Tottenham were competing in and out of the top four. Back in 2018, he guided Tottenham to their first ever Champions League final. And at one point, he almost won the league with Tottenham. Before Tottenham, he managed Southampton. He only enjoyed a short managerial tenure with them, but he still managed to guide Southampton to their highest ever finish in the Premier League. So they're the clubs he's managed in the Premier League so far, and before he managed Espanyol. Revert back to when Manchester United sacked Jose Mourinho. Manchester United should have got Pochettino, but the club decided to go with Solskjaer instead. PSG have found their replacement for Pochettino. Apparently they've agreed terms with Zinedine Zidane. There's a lot of Manchester United fans that would like to see Erik ten Hag come in. You've got to admire the work he's done at Ajax. He's won a couple of titles with them. Back in 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals. I like the way he develops young players. He's been Ajax manager for around 5 years now. He's got a contract with them until 2023. Earlier on this season, Edwin van der Sar, who is the Ajax CEO, spoke about Manchester United's interest in Erik ten Hag, and he said Erik ten Hag could leave in the summer. Before Ajax, Erik ten Hag managed Utrecht. Before then, he managed Bayern Munich's reserves, and before then, he managed Go Ahead Eagles. But it said the other day that Erik ten Hag is leading the race to become Manchester United's next manager. Manchester United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Ferguson retired. You know, Manchester United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson retired. You know, we sacked David Moyes after 10 months. Man United finished 7th under the David Moyes era. Then Manchester United sacked Louis van Gaal after 2 years. We won the FA Cup under Louis van Gaal. Then Manchester United sacked Jose Mourinho after 2.5 years. Mourinho did enjoy one good season at Man United because he won 3 trophies in his first season. But the reasons it didn't work out under Mourinho is because he had bad disputes with the board, because the board didn't recommend the players Mourinho wanted to get in, and Mourinho had bad disputes with the top players. And last year, Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer following the 4-1 defeat to Watford. Solskjaer was Manchester United manager for almost 3 years. Players will depart the club this year. This month there will be more outgoings than incomings, I can assure that. You obviously know the news on Anthony Martial. It's Fabrizio Romano has said that Sevilla can't pay Martial's full salary plus loan fee. Revert back towards the end of last year, Manchester United rejected a loan offer from Sevilla for Martial. Martial's made it clear that he's not interested in making a move to Newcastle. Last year, Rangnick confirmed that Martial wants to leave Manchester United, as Martial held talks with Rangnick over his future. And Martial's agent confirmed last year that Martial wants to leave Man United this month. Martial is demanding more game time. He's getting nowhere near enough game time at Man United. Martial's recently been out with injury. He's no longer good enough to represent the club. The best season Martial enjoyed at Man United was his debut season under Louis van Gaal. To be fair, he was pretty impressive last season. Martial's been a Manchester United player for 7 years. He's got a contract with the club until 2024. He's scored 79 goals in 268 appearances in all competitions. Manchester United paid an initial fee of $36 million for Martial from Monaco back in 2015. Edinson Cavani, I think he's leaving this year. He'll probably leave in the summer, as Manchester United are reluctant to let Edinson Cavani leave on a free transfer this month. And prior to the Wolves game, Rangnick said he desperately wants Edinson Cavani to stay at Manchester United until the end of the season. Cavani's contract at Man United expires in the summer. Earlier on this season, Cavani had injury. Now, Man United got Cavani a free transfer from PSG in the summer of 2020. Cavani's got a good pedigree behind him, because look at the amount of silverware he won when he was at PSG. Not only that, he was a long-serving player at PSG. Cavani's been linked with Barcelona. Last year, it said that Cavani agreed to join Barcelona on an 18-month contract. Juventus were linked with him, and last year Cavani rejected a move to Boca Juniors. Man United will be loaning Amad Diallo out as well this year. There's a good chance that Juan Mata will leave Manchester United this month. I think Mata will either go back to Spain or he'll go to the MLS. Mata's contract at Man United expires in the summer. We revert back to last year. Man United extended his contract for a further year. Mata's had a good career at Manchester United. You know, he's been at the club for 8 years, so he's been a long-serving player. Mata's made over 200 appearances in all competitions, and he's scored over 50 goals. We got him from Chelsea back in 2014 for 40 million. Brought him in under the David Moyes era. Jesse Lingard, he'll also leave Man United this year as well. West Ham want to re-sign Lingard. At the second half of last season, Lingard enjoyed a 4-month loan spell with West Ham and he made an impact. Lingard's contract at Man United expires in the summer. He doesn't get in our team, does he? But he has been part of Manchester United for a long time. He risen up our academy in that. He's had his good periods and he's had his bad periods. Donnie Van Der Beek, he'll probably leave Manchester United in the summer, as Donnie Van Der Beek is not allowed to leave Manchester United this month. Van Der Beek remains keen on leaving Manchester United in this January transfer window, because he recently held talks with Ralph Rangnick to discuss his future. And don't forget, Van Der Beek had a bust-up with his agent. Bayern Munich were in for Van Der Beek, but then they dropped out. Van Der Beek should have gone to Everton last summer. You can't blame Van Der Beek for wanting to leave, though, because he doesn't get enough opportunities at Manchester United. You know, he didn't get enough opportunities under Solskjaer, and he hasn't been given enough opportunities under Rangnick. He's only started 1 game under Rangnick. I thought when we got Rangnick in, you know, that Van Der Beek was going to get, you know, the opportunities he was demanding under Solskjaer. Van Der Beek's only managed to score 2 goals for the club. And he's been a Manchester United player now for, almost 2 years? We got him for 40 million with add-ons included. He's got a contract with Man United till 2025. There's an option of a further year, and he's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. Matic, I think he's leaving the club as well this year. He isn't one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that, he still seems to get his opportunities. Matic is only the predominant centre defensive midfielder that Man United have got. I've always had my reservations about Matic, always been a static midfielder, ageing up and that, but he's had his good games at United. Matic has been at the club for around 5 years, got him from Chelsea back in 2017 for 40 million. Pogba, if he leaves this year, he'll leave in the summer. As you all know, recently, Paul Pogba denied being offered a contract at Manchester United because the Sun said, didn't they, that Man United offered Paul Pogba a new £500,000 a week contract. That would have made Pogba the highest paid player in Premier League history. He's out of contract at Man United in the summer. By the way, Rangnick recently gave us an injury update on Pogba. He said Pogba is out for at least another 4 weeks. Pogba has got a groin injury. He picked up the injury in France training earlier on in the season. I think Jones and Bailly are also leaving Man United this year. Jones doesn't really get in the team, does he? Jones played last Monday night against Wolves. Only because Maguire picked up a knock. But Jones played very, very well against Wolves. He was our best player, you know, defensively good, brought the ball out well from the back, made some good blocks and some good clearances. It was his first Premier League appearance since January 2020. That's 2 years ago now. I think there's a good chance Jones will play tomorrow against Villa in the Cup. At one point he was out with a knee injury for a while. Did you know that Jones is only the outfield player that's still with us from the Ferguson era? Being a long-serving player at Man United, you know, this season is his 11th season at the club. Eric Bailly, you know, he doesn't get in the team much, does he? Bailly did play against Burnley the other week, but he came off injured in the game. He had to be replaced by Varane. I was actually shocked that Bailly started against Burnley because I thought Varane would have started. My element of concern about Eric Bailly is too injury prone. He's away at the moment at the African Cup of Nations. Towards the end of last season, Bailly signed a new contract with Man United till 2024. There's an option of a further year. We got Bailly from Villarreal back in 2016 for 30 million. So he's been at Man United Bailly for around 5.5, 6 years now. Dalot, I think he'll leave the club as well this year. And Man United are looking to get rid of Dean Henderson permanently. Rangnick told Dean Henderson he cannot leave Man United on loan this month. Henderson may as well go because he doesn't really get in goal, does he? Because last summer De Gea reclaimed that number 1 spot back. Henderson's only made 2 appearances this season. I think he'll be in goal for the game tomorrow night though against Aston Villa. Earlier on this season he was out with COVID for a while. Towards the end of last season though, Henderson got that number 1 jersey and he did well in a lot of games. He was in goal for last season, and Henderson regrets signing that new long-term contract because he did sign a 5-year contract with Man United with an option of a 6th year. Henderson's got that experience behind him because he did endure 2 successful loans with Sheffield. He's had other loan spells before with Stockport, Grimsby and Shrewsbury. So, there you go. So, do you think Manchester United will make a signing in this January transfer window? You know, there's a lot of players that we're linked with. Obviously, there's been a lot of rumours about Julian Alvarez in recent weeks. You know, it said the other day that Julian Alvarez is set to join Manchester United. after Ralph Rangnick held talks with the player's agent last week. He said, Julian Alvarez is set to become the first signing of the Rangnick era, and Manchester United are prepared to pay the £17 million release clause to sign Alvarez. Alvarez is at River Plate. He's been at River Plate for a long time. He risen up their academy and that. He's mainly a forward, can also be deployed as a winger. Only the age of 21. We was in for Haaland. I think we've dropped out now for Haaland. Revert back towards the end of last year. It mentioned that Ralph Rangnick wants Erling Haaland at Manchester United. And, Rangnick spoke with Erling Haaland's father, Alf Inch Haaland, over the possibility of his son signing for Manchester United this year. He said Man United were prepared to pay his release clause. His release clause is around 68 million, but it doesn't become active until the summer. I heard that Haaland wants to go to Spain. We've been tentatively linked with Ousmane Dembele, but like I said, I don't want Ousmane Dembele at Manchester United because he's too injury prone. There was rumours the other week about a swap deal involving Ousmane Dembele and Anthony Martial. Last year, it did say that Dembele is set to leave Barcelona as he rejected a contract at Barcelona following a furious meeting with club bosses. Dembele has been at Barcelona for around 5 years. He joined them in 2017. Barcelona got him in a deal worth £135 million. That's with add-ons included. His contract at Barcelona expires this year. To be honest with you, I thought Dembele was a far superior player at Borussia Dortmund than he has been at Barca, and when he was younger, Dembele played at Rennes. Man United have also been linked to Boubacar Kamara from Marseille. Revert back to last week, there was a lot of reports coming out about Ruben Neves. It said Manchester United are interested in Ruben Neves, and it said that Man United were leading the chase for him, and Man United could bid around 35 million this month. Man United held talks with Ruben Neves' agent George Mendes. Well, sources say that Ruben Neves is ready to move on from Wolves, and he's eager to show his skills at a bigger club. Neves played against us last Monday night, and what a performance he put out. Don't forget he had that very good chance from the volley, produced a good save from De Gea. Ruben Neves has been at Wolves for 5 years. He joined Wolves back in 2017. Wolves got him from Porto. They paid around 15.8 million for him, and he's got a contract with Wolves until 2024. Declan Rice, he's been a long-term target for Manchester United. He said for the Manchester Evening News last week that Man United are confident of landing Declan Rice for 100 million in the summer, as West Ham's poor December given Man United a huge boost in the chances of signing Declan Rice. And Jude Bellingham, he's another one that's been a long-term target for Man United. So there you go. When Rangnick first came in, he identified Manchester United's midfield as a weakness. He wants a centre defensive midfielder, does Rangnick. He's made that clear. Anyway, Manchester United do play Aston Villa tomorrow night in the FA Cup 3rd round. The winner plays Middlesbrough in the 4th round. Manchester United are coming into this game against Aston Villa on the back of a 1-0 defeat to Wolves. It was a very poor performance against Wolves, so we need to see a much better performance against Villa tomorrow night. It's going to be a difficult game against Aston Villa. Villa have got good players in their team that could cause Manchester United problems. Aston Villa have got Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins has just recovered from COVID. Ollie Watkins is a former Brentford player. Aston Villa have also got Trezeguet. He's at the African Cup of Nations. They've also got Bertrand Traore. He's on international duty. Villa have got Anwar El Ghazi. He's also a good attacking player. They've also got Leon Bailey. He's made an impact at Villa. Aston Villa got Leon Bailey from Bayer Leverkusen. Leon Bailey's out with injury. They've also got Danny Ings. He's made an impact at Villa. Aston Villa got Danny Ings from Southampton. I thought Danny Ings was also very good when he was at Southampton. Aston Villa have now got Philip Coutinho. The other day, Aston Villa officially signed Coutinho on loan from Barcelona until the end of the season. That's good business from Aston Villa to get Coutinho. Coutinho won't be playing tomorrow night as he is out with COVID. But he says Coutinho could make his debut for Villa in the league game against us. As you all know, Coutinho is a former Liverpool player and a former Inter Milan player. Villa have also got John McGinn. John McGinn is probably the best player that Aston Villa have got. Manchester United have been linked with him. They've also got Jacob Ramsey. They've got Marvelous Nakamba. Marvelous Nakamba is out of injury at the moment. They've got Douglas Luiz. To be honest with you, I don't really rate Douglas Luiz. They've got Morgan Sanson. They've got Ezri Konsa. Tyrone Mings, he's a very good centre-half for Villa. They've got Matt Targett. They've got Matty Cash. They've also got Ashley Young as well. If Ashley Young can play in this game tomorrow, he'll be reuniting with Manchester United because Ashley Young is a former Manchester United player. Young was a long-serving player at Man United. He was at the club for around 8.5 years. Young recently picked up a toe injury. Villa have also got Buendia, and one of the goalkeepers they've got is Martinez. Let me put into the equation that Aston Villa lost Jack Grealish to Man City. Villa did get £100 million for him. And Axel Tuanzebe recently left Villa to join Napoli on loan. Aston Villa's manager is Steven Gerrard. I think Steven Gerrard's enjoyed a good start to his managerial career at Villa. Tomorrow will be Steven Gerrard's first time at Old Trafford as a manager. When Aston Villa appointed Steven Gerrard in, he signed a 3.5-year deal. I think Villa have lost like 3 games so far under Gerrard. Villa lost the last game to Brentford 2-1. Before Villa though, Steven Gerrard was at Rangers. He did well at Rangers because he won the Scottish Premiership with them. Before then he managed Liverpool's under-18s. Before Steven Gerrard, Aston Villa had Dean Smith. They sacked Dean Smith earlier on this season. Dean Smith is obviously now the Norwich City manager. Isn't he? But yeah, we do play Villa twice next week. Tomorrow in the FA Cup, and then we play them next Saturday in the league. That's the 15th of January next Saturday. Aston Villa won the league game at Old Trafford earlier on this season 1-0. That was the first time Aston Villa won at Old Trafford since 2009. So after we've played Villa twice, we then play Brentford. That's Wednesday the 19th of January. As you all know, that's a rearranged game because Man United were supposed to be playing Brentford on Tuesday the 14th of December last year, but that game got postponed because there was a COVID outbreak at Manchester United. And then after Brentford, it's West Ham on the 22nd of January. And then I think after that, it's Burnley on the 8th of February. Well, obviously, if we get to the fourth round, we'll be playing Middlesbrough before Burnley. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. And by the way, before I do go, I'd just like to notify you that I do have COVID. I had a test yesterday for it, an actual floor test, said I had it, and sent off for a PCR, and that's come back saying I've got it, so I am in isolation for 7 days. Like I say, take care, God bless you. Know my channel name, it's Red Devil 24.